Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night, 3 Mississippi here. We're live, barely, but we're live. Hello, hello. We got a bunch of people in here already. I love it. Southern Blessed Homestead. Hello, hello. Cuddly, what's going on? What's going on, James Hall? Hello. Good evening, everyone from Dayton, Ohio. What is going on? It is hot out. We got a little bit of that storm front, I think, that came through. It cooled down. I went outside just a little bit ago with the pup, and it was drastically less humid. It's still hot, but drastically less humid. So I'll take what I can get. I will take what I can get. Hello, Auntie Anne. Oh, look who's here, or not. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know where to put my glass in.
Oh, well, I can move this over. I had things kind of. Let me get Mikey situated here. Get McGill all organized.
Cater to my needs.
Yes, like a good wench. Like a good wench. Cater to our husband's need. There we go. And then we scooch. Then we scooch. I'm freezing in here in the house. In this room is like the coldest room when the air is going.
It feels good.
Well, I was outside sweating, and then if I get sweaty and then come in the AC, I start getting like the chills because like
it's like 70 degrees.
I know. I get cold. I get cold very easily. So, Jess from Tree Haven, what's going on? What's going on? Treasure Hunter Neil, hello. Hello, hello, everybody. What's going on? 203 people in here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. So, man, it's been a week. You know, we had Freedom Weekend this last weekend, which was amazing. There was several of our good friends that were not able to make it due to vehicle issues, life issues, stuff happening. And they were really bummed that they couldn't make it. You know, Mama B couldn't be there. Our Mountain Homestead couldn't be there. Paragon Ridge couldn't be there. There was like a bunch at MT Homestead. There was several that we were like,
Speaking of MT Homestead, what's up?
Oh, are they here? They're gracing us with their presence. There they are. What's up, Mike and Terry? So we missed you guys that were absent from the gang, but we still managed to have a good time. Despite them.
How's the knee? Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. It's don't hurt yourself. All right. He's a little banged up. We had, as you guys may or may not know if you were following along with any of the videos out of
there were some accidents.
Sip of Freedom Weekend. There was a few accidents, a few mishaps. You know, both of the mics, you know, DD5 mic and our mic here, mic number 5 and mic number 3, both got a little wounded.
Hat Creek, I don't know if you know yet, but we have your chair.
Yeah. And then which I don't know if anybody mentioned it to Mike from DD5. We gave it to Drew. He'd left his little stir stick.
He knows. He knows now.
Not stir stick, selfie stick.
Yeah.
But he's got it back.
Yeah, I was in somebody. I don't know that he's got it back.
Well,
yet.
But I mean, Drew's got it in the same state at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the same state. Got that back.
Yeah.
We're just over here returning things that were left behind.
That's right, Neil. At least I'm not in pink wrap anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get into his knee in a minute. But I will say this: he's moving a lot better most of the time than he was on what day was that? Sunday. Well, it happened Saturday.
Yeah, it was starting
Saturday, but it was
honestly, I think it was starting to happen. It was starting to happen on the day that Nate and I were building that wall. So that would have been Thursday.
Did you confirm if he actually likes to be referred to as Nate?
Whatever. Nathan.
Well,
Nate. Somebody. So it started happening on Thursday. Like I started feeling some popping and cracking, and then it got a little worse on Friday. I was noticing it, and then Saturday, and then so.
Yeah. It's been and so he's been a little bit down. Frankie has left the building.
Yeah, she peaced out. She was like, "Deuces, y'all, clean up on your own."
Yeah, well, she helped clean up. She left on Sunday afternoon with our buddy Ryan to go to their family vacation in Tennessee for a week. So we've been childless for the last couple of days. What?
I have not been childless.
What do you mean? Really?
You're like a teenager.
That's fair. Um, but yeah, so I'm having to do her chores as well as my chores, plus the adventures of Lillian. So it's been a busy week. I still haven't really cleaned the house yet. It's on my list. So is sleep. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
It's on my list. And I had some filming I had to do today, and I think I still have a little bit more to do, but at least I got the majority of my footage. I may not get a video out this Friday, guys, because life. Life had other plans this week, so have patience with me. I'm gonna try to get something out.
Island life in Tasmania. I don't even know what kind of accent that was.
I don't know. That was your weird, all-encompassing accent that you like to do.
Yeah, it was probably more like
It wasn't anything. We're being real.
Austria.
I don't know. So anyway, Island Life says that your video on the weekend events was so awesome to see. Well, thank you. We had a great time. It was really great. And the nice thing was that everybody got to really relax. A couple of us went live during the weekend. A couple of us shot a little bit of stuff. I actually ended up shooting more than I thought that I had, because I was kind of just.
I shot nothing.
That's on par with normal.
What are you trying to say?
You don't usually shoot stuff.
I shot guns.
You did shoot guns. Yeah. You ran with scissors probably too, but.
Yeah. I found some scissors outside that you
I
left
did leave scissors outside, but I wasn't
Beulah?
done with them. Beulah's good. She she seemed to enjoy the weekend with all the people
Just a
around.
bit weird on that accent. Yeah.
She didn't freak out at anybody. She didn't try to nip at anybody. Lots of people went up and tried to love on her, and she let them. So I call that a win, because if we had done that 6 months ago, I would have been like, "Don't go near the horse. She's gonna bite you." So I think I've successfully calmed her back down. Well, she still doesn't like you.
Yeah, whatever. I don't like her either.
I know, but she doesn't like you at all. But it's okay. Not true, Mike. You shot targets. See, there we go. It's exactly right. Beulah learned to take her fly mask off. That's right. She did. I think what happened was the day Cuddly saw it laying on the ground by her water trough, and I think she got the side of it like stuck on the edge of her water trough, and she like managed to slip it off her head because it wasn't even undone.
So how many times has she taken it off? Just the once, or?
I found it twice. Once in the
she
field.
got it figured out now.
No. Out of all the times that I put it on her, and they were both times it was still attached, it got like stuck and slipped off. So she didn't like unhook it or anything. And most of the time she leaves it on until in the evening when I feed, I take it back off of her. But the flies have been so bad with the humidity lately around her that I've just been putting it on her every day, because the fly spray only lasts for so long on her. And then
in case anyone's wondering, if you put a big slippy slide in your yard for 4 days, it destroys your yard.
That's true. When he pulled it up on Monday evening,
it did a lot of damage.
It did some damage, but it's okay. We can fix it.
How's it okay?
Well, it's grass. It grows.
It's not okay.
It's fine.
I mean, it is what it is.
It looks like it would in wintertime right now.
No.
It looks worse.
Okay, so the whole patch looks like it's, like it was starved, right? But then there's like a huge section where water was running underneath of the tarp that it was sitting on top of, and it like dug a trench and like it's destroyed.
Yeah,
like,
it's a little messy.
I'm gonna have to add dirt. I'm gonna have to put grass seed down.
Well, it was like a one-time thing that we, until our name gets drawn out of the hat again to host it, it was like a one-time thing. No big deal. But it was worth it. Like, because we had the water slide, it kept the kids out of all of the adults' hair, kept them entertained, kept a lot of the adults entertained as well. But the kids were not running up to their moms and dads every 5 minutes saying, I'm bored or I'm hungry or what, can I go do this? Can I go do that? They just went on the water slide, and like as soon as breakfast was over, they dipped and turned on the water slide, and we didn't see them again until dark. Like they, they.
I mean, 100%. If we were having a big party with 50 people next weekend, I'd put a slide up again. I would put it in a different place. Now that I know it's going to tear the yard up.
Tim says it'll grow back, unlike your hair. Ouch.
All right, Tim.
The gloves are off.
At least the only thing I got that's too short is my hair. Whatever.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Roberta's Artistic Adventure says, I loved watching the kids and the adults, especially Drew, having fun on that water slide. Yes, I think Drew maybe went down it more than anybody else.
Yeah, there were some adults that really spent a good bit of time over there. Look, the water slide was a hit.
It was a hit. That was probably the best spent money on the event, I think. That and the shrimp boil, that was really popular.
Yeah.
I think those things were a hit, and also obviously the fireworks were great. That was amazing. Those guys worked really hard on the show, and then of course, having Pastor Tim come and do a little devotional.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
That was great.
It was really good.
I would love to see that be a new tradition at our get-togethers. That maybe we force somebody at gunpoint to go do a sermon, whether they want to or not.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really a really good way to close out the fellowship of time together, and it was a really good message. If you haven't watched it, you need to go to Ridge Life Lessons and go watch it, because it used to be Lessons from the Ridge, and I have a hard time not saying that still. But you need to pop over to that channel. Not right now.
Right.
Later.
Right. Wait till about 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, you gotta wait till just watch it tomorrow. Yeah. It's fine. Just watch it tomorrow. But then you'll be able to do that. So.
What's going on, Cuddly Texan?
Video of Gary flying at the end of the slide. I even missed that, and I was here.
Yeah, I heard
about it, but I did not witness it.
Yeah, we'll talk about Lillian in a minute too. So I'll tell you, I guess, what time is it?
It's
6:12.
6:12.
12 minutes in. All right, I'll tell you about the knee, because the knee is like the least
least exciting.
Least exciting thing. I did talk to Mike Smith today, by the way, and
from DD5 for those that don't know his last name.
Oops.
Well, no, it's one of their channel titles, but like it's fine. But like everybody knows, but in case somebody
throwing people's last names out there. Sorry about that.
And he lives at 1234 Main Street.
I thought he lived on Disneyland Drive.
No.
Anyway, I talked to Mike today on the phone, and not via text, but actually talked. Because nowadays when people say, I talked to so-and-so, they didn't, they text them.
Yeah.
Which is often the case.
We always text, I know.
But I prefer to, I don't talk to people very often, so when I do, I prefer to talk, right? Right, Tim? Yeah. But anyway.
Tim and David and Tim, they talk on the phone like girls all the time.
No, we don't.
You guys talk on the phone like girls.
Maybe we talk on the phone like girls, but not very often.
Well, you don't. I know that.
David and Tim talk a lot. I talk to each of my friends on the phone like
once in a while.
Once every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Really, probably. Or a month. Marty. Hey, what are you doing?
He's just investigating. He's fine.
Anyway, so anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna need money for the taco truck next year. That's right.
I was just checking on him to make sure he hadn't gotten worse. He hadn't gotten worse, so throw that out there.
That's right.
And I was gonna go down and bush hog the.
Hey, Country Road Cure, Aunt Rocks are in the house.
Hey, what's going on? Aunt Rocks in the house.
Lily is in there resting right now. I just took her to go potty. She ate, she drank, not with assistance. So, but now I just got her in there resting for now because he gets loud when he's next to me, and I don't want her to get startled.
I actually took a cat nap
until like right before we went live.
But I probably only slept like 10 minutes.
It was longer than that.
It wasn't more than 20.
I promise you. It was probably about that.
Because there was 30 minutes left on the episode when I made a comment about the fact that we weren't going to be able to finish that episode before the live.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up and looked, you had paused it and there were still 10 minutes left. So there's only 20 minutes unaccounted for. And I know I didn't fall asleep the moment I said that.
Aye, Captain.
So anyway, whatever. I took a cat nap. I was outside working. It was hot. I came inside. I sat down to have a bite to eat. And Sid was like, with the remote going, "Are you going to be here for a while?" And I was like, "All right, I'll watch one episode."
Trying to get him. We've been watching Bridgerton for this last
forever.
season forever.
We never have time to.
And we never have time to watch it. And I was like, we're both sitting here. The child's not here to complain.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. So
I needed to be outside mowing, but I was zapped. I've been outside working off and on all day. It's real hot, so I'll go out. I turned a compost pile, and I got a few things planted in the garden. I got a little bit of mowing done. I need to do some more bush hogging. I was going to bush hog the area where Mike crashed his bike, but I haven't got down there yet. But in all fairness, he didn't crash his bike because something wasn't bush hogged. There was a perfectly bush hogged path.
He saw a butterfly.
Yeah, there was a clear path that you need to stay on. Yeah. But
in all fairness, when I went down to the campsite and took the e-trike, I almost ate it in the culvert too, just because at least on the e-trike, you kind of have to lean the opposite direction of the direction you're steering towards. It's weird, and it goes against everything your brain wants to do. And so, but I did almost eat it over there too. So I get it. But I think he was also going considerably faster than I was when he went through there.
He said he was going like 10 or 12 miles an hour.
Oh, I thought it was faster than that.
No.
Oh, I thought he was ripping through there. So.
But in order to like bush hog that ditch, I'm gonna need to like back into it, and so look, you don't need to be riding a bicycle on the ditch. So I shouldn't have to bush hog the ditch, but whatever. I'm gonna bush hog the ditch. I'm gonna probably film it and send Mike a message and say, "Hey, look, Mike, there's a culvert down there."
Yeah, because if you didn't know.
Yeah, but anyway, the knee. Yeah, so I have a torn meniscus in my knee, and really, there's nothing they can do. At least it's not. I mean, it could be a lot worse where I need surgery or something. In this case, he said, "Dude, wear a brace on it and take it easy. Definitely, don't work the knee too hard." So that gives me an excuse to do a lot of mowing and bush hogging.
Mm-hmm. And they said no more jumping jacks for you.
My ballet career is over.
No more high jumping for you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing like Tim's where he just disintegrated the whole thing, but he messed it up. He made it angry. So, and he's got the brace on it now, so he can like walk better. But there was a couple times where I thought he was going to hit the deck because he was like trying to turn, and he would be like, "Oh," So
yeah.
At least now we have, he went to the doctor.
Everybody that needed to go to the doctor went to the doctor.
100%.
Including
David
Lillian.
doesn't text. He's old school. He'll phone call.
Yeah.
And Mike doesn't. I'm moving too fast.
He said basically he said something along the lines of, David doesn't text. He's old school. He calls. Mike doesn't text or call. He's old.
That's accurate.
I don't read all of Tim from Ridge Life's comments. I know you like to read them all, but he takes a lot of jabs. I read like every fourth one.
It's part of their relationship. Oh, there's White Rock. Been watching on the TV, so I can't be in the comments. Left all in the chat.
That's all right. I caught like the last
again for a great weekend. Aw.
I caught like the last 5 minutes of Sergeant's talk last night with
with
Jason and Mike. I never remember when everybody's on, and I can't sit in front of my computer all the time. So
yeah,
it's
hard.
I've been meaning to want to catch an episode of that.
Island Life, yes, he said it does feel better with the brace on. And so he's kind of learned that until bedtime he leaves it on when he's up and down and trying to do stuff, because otherwise he might kind of tweak it.
Well, like last night, I had just taken it off when we got a phone call about Lillian, and I jumped up and ran out the door without it on.
Yeah.
But I've been it's on right now. I probably should take it off while we're sitting here, actually. Just let it relax and breathe so I don't get fluid buildup. But then as soon as I go to get up and go do anything, as soon as this live's over, I got to go feed. The dogs of the family down the street, and then I'm gonna go check on Ross's cows.
Yeah. Can you water Miss Ann's plants too while you're down there?
And apparently I'm gonna water some plants
Thank
down
you.
the street. And it's what's interesting is it doesn't hurt, right? Until it does. So I can forget that it is hurt, and then all of a sudden it pops and like there's a shooting pain and like it tries to go out. So
That's right.
yeah.
Great, Gina. Hello.
So let's see here. We got 480 people in here.
That's right.
191 likes.
Yeah, you got her slacking on the thumbs
Come on.
up.
Get that thumbs up now.
Todd's Adventures, what's going on? Barbara Hopkins, hello.
Yeah, guys, honestly, I don't know that I would expect to see a lot of Freedom Weekend videos.
Yeah, like really, people were not filming a ton. Like I said, we had the babysitter here, aka the water slide.
Yeah.
And
people were having a good time.
Parents got to relax. So like
there'll be a little bit of footage.
You know, yeah, there's
I know that Mel got like a tiny bit of footage down at the shooting range, like literally
a very tiny bit.
Seconds worth.
Yeah.
I know that David filmed a few minutes worth that I can't really talk about because it's good and it hasn't come out yet. I did see Tim from Ridge Life with his camera a little bit out. That cat just like literally disappeared into a tiny cupboard. Yeah, I don't even know.
He'll come out.
But yeah, Southern Bless put out a video. Southern Bless Homestead. You guys can go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that Hat Creek had posted a video, and I don't know how much video.
And we did, and that was it.
Yeah, I don't know how much video really.
Oh, did you? David's video came out before this live.
I did watch a video that he posted today.
I don't know if it's what you're talking about.
But was it the one?
Yeah, I can look
was it the one with the tractor?
Why would
Well, everybody knows he got a tractor.
Oh, do they? I don't know if they know that.
Yeah, because he posted a video yesterday.
Oh, wait, I posted it in our video.
He posted a video yesterday about the tractor, but
that's right.
But
I don't know what other thing you're talking about then.
Well, that's because you weren't down there. It was down by the culvert.
Oh, he stole the culvert?
You want me to tell you?
No, I'm just teasing. I'm just confused.
Oh, the 4-wheeler falling off. Okay, all right. So he did post that. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, there's David. He heard us talking about him.
Yeah.
He's in there. Come on, keeping it real. He's driving, but he's here. So, Mike's trying to spill all your secrets over
here. No,
I
was purposely not. I was like, hey, David filmed a little bit, not much, but I can't really talk about it because he hasn't posted it yet.
I don't even know what he's talking about, so I'm really in the dark over here, but that's the story of my
life. It was down by the culvert. But anyway, bottom line is, Auntie Ann said that he posted it right before we went live. So.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
So there's a couple of videos out there for you guys.
Oh yes, he got the ATV on trailer video out, says Tim.
Okay.
So perfect. I guess is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, loading the tractor and 4-wheeler and riving into the culvert, maybe driving into the culvert.
Yeah, he didn't really drive into the culvert. He
clipped it, or he
started it. He started to go down to the culvert.
Yeah.
I actually missed that. I didn't see it.
Honestly, I'm happy like 2 other people ate it in the culvert because now they can't give me crap for slightly bumping over the culvert before we even fixed the culvert.
Well, first of all, you didn't slightly bump in the culvert.
I slightly bumped only because you said don't stop, keep going, and I was like,
check yourself about being happy that somebody ate it.
Well, I don't mean like happy.
You're like, oh, I'm happy that Mike from Dreaming Drifters is dying right now.
He's not dying. Oh my god.
Oh man.
I don't mean.
I'm happy.
I don't mean happy. I mean like the pressure's off of me for being the one that like is famous for biffing it in that culvert.
Yeah, she did. She hit the culvert like a train. That's right.
Hey, it was not that bad. First of all, and that was before the culvert was fixed, and the metal like pipe, the culvert was actually sticking up out of the ground, and my what do you call it? My toe. What do you call it?
Toe pick.
Not toe pick. That's what I wanted to say, and that's not right. What do you call the thing?
Your hitch.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word. My hitch hit it.
I don't even know. Okay, Biden. I don't even know if we should let her drive.
Listen, I'm really tired. Okay. My words are not like
topic
wording well today.
Your words are not wording well?
No, they're not.
Yeah, she slightly bumped the culvert. She bunny hopped that sun gun. Yeah.
But it's fine. Nobody died. It's fine.
In all fairness, I did say, once you get moving, don't stop. And she just floored it and just.
You told I did what I was told, like a good subservient wife.
What is a toe pick? Oh, that is a movie that your life is not complete.
We say this to each other all the time. Like when somebody messes up and you have to remind them of something, you go toe pick, because there is a movie that came out in the 80s called
What was the name of it?
The Cutting Edge.
He was like a professional hockey player.
Yeah, D.B. Sweeney and.
Oh, you're going to tell us who they are. Who they're married to now.
All that I don't know.
Who their children are.
Anyway, but it's a wonderful movie. It's very 80s, but it's a really good movie. Anyway, he's a hockey player and she's a figure skater, and they end up pairing together to compete. And so he can't figure out how to work the figure skates. And so she keeps making him fall on his butt, and she's like, toe pick.
Because at the end of, on the toe of the skates is
there's
like a little
ridge
pick that you use for braking, for stopping,
Yeah.
which apparently they don't have on ice hockey skates.
No, because they slide sideways.
So, yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's not even that big a thing.
But it's a whole thing.
So, yes.
Yes, Moira Kelly. I was about to say Moira, and he's like, "You're gonna say who they're married to and this and that." It's a cute movie. It's one of my favorites. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, she's a rich prima donna. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Food at the Freedom Weekend. Yes, the food at the Freedom Weekend was not bad. Country Road Cures, appreciate that. Props on the food. Everybody, I mean, there was a lot of help. You know, you got to understand, guys. We didn't really do Freedom Weekend by ourselves. We enlisted our friends from down here to help us, and that was the only way we were pulling it together, right? Ryan and the family coming together to help with a lot of the setup and a lot of things, and helping with fireworks, and then Will and Jen. You know, Jen helped Sid set up a ton. Will helped me with. I mean, he ran the shooting range as the range master, and I helped him.
And he ran the boil.
And then he ran the boil, and he also was helping with the fireworks. And then, I mean, Nathan, who's a new neighbor.
Yeah, we just
met him
like the week before.
the week before that at church.
And then we put him to work.
You know, and he was helping get the shop ready and the power and everything in literally the day before. We got the power energized to the 30 amp breakers an hour before Annie Ann pulled up. Yeah. So yeah, there was a definitely a you know,
and then not to mention effort. Like, you know, everybody else that was here from the family that either PayPal, brought food, brought supplies, whatever. You know, everybody like chipped in some way. And
that's why you know, Tim's gonna have such a challenge next year because he doesn't have friends. So he's gonna have to hire.
He's gonna get a taco truck.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hire everything out. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, Nathan is a character. That's right, Kelly Texan. I like him. He's a cool
Tim
cat.
says, "Thank you for power."
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
But it was also good that we had that pressure on, that we needed to have, you know, all this stuff ready, because those were some things that were on the list that needed to happen regardless of Freedom Weekend, and now they happened because, you know, because freedom. Man, I had a deadline.
Because freedom.
Yeah.
Had to happen because freedom. That's right. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, Jen's in the house.
Yeah, I already said hi to her.
What's up, Jen?
That's right.
Yeah.
It does. It takes a community to put on an event.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. And luckily we got I had a feeling that the trash was going to pick up a day early this week, because normally our trash day is tomorrow, but tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I was like, we need to round up the trash that we couldn't burn. And like all of our neighbors like had a little extra room in their trash. So we were like, can we put trash in your bag? Can we put trash in your thing? So we kind of shoved the trash in there and got it done.
Yes, Tim, we are your friends, but we're not going to help with Freedom Weekend. The only thing I want to do is make sure that there's some demand that I have
with a time constraint.
that has to be ready for us. You know, I don't know what it's going to be.
I told him I wanted a 3-bedroom mansion built for me to come visit for that weekend.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know. But
We actually do live close. We're like, we've never been to your place.
he's never invited us, technically.
I know.
I'm
Come to
just
think
saying.
of it, you know.
I mean, technically, he lives in a van down by the river still, so,
Yeah.
you know.
But we're probably, you would know for sure because you've been down here a few times, but I'm guessing we're 2.5
Hey,
hours
it's all
from you.
Grady. We missed you guys this weekend.
Yep. Well,
Grandma Carol will get it done. That's right, David. That's right. She will.
taco truck. That's right. Something like that. I don't know exactly what he's going to do.
I think we're going to have tacos morning, noon, and night for 3 days is what I think is going to happen.
I think, you know, look, here's what I learned this year. Because of the other events that are going on and when they take place.
I'm just teasing you, Tim.
You know, there's the Arkansas Mid-America, I don't know what they're calling the event that we had at Blue Mountain Lake. Somebody chime in and tell me. I forget. It was a big, long name, but the timing of that.
River Valley,
River
Valley. Yeah, homesteaders meetup situation.
Anyway, that one.
Yeah.
The timing of that one, it requires like a lot of focus by the people that are putting it together, who are people involved in Freedom Weekend also. So really, until that weekend is over, there's really no focus on Freedom Weekend by anyone except who's hosting it.
Right.
So like you're not gonna get people to answer you about anything until after that one.
That's over.
And then when that's over, it's like, okay, now everybody starts thinking about Freedom Weekend.
Which of course, you know, it was hard for me planning it because I was like, I just wanted to plan it. I was making lists. I had already booked the porta potties and the water slide, and I was like, you know, trying to get the menu together, and he was like, I'm gonna spreadsheet it and let's go over it together, and you know, so we ended up not making everything we said we were gonna make because a couple of the meals started to run into each other.
Yeah.
So we backed off a couple meals and just sent some of that food back home, and 2 of them was meatloaves that I made, and I'm like, they're in the freezes beautifully section in my cookbook, so now they're in the freezer.
That's right.
So I'll cook those for Sunday lunch. One day we'll have meatloaf. So.
A travel
yeah, we actually talked about that. They have the ones that will just set up for you at your location. Our friends actually just used that this year, and they were like, yeah, you know, it's pretty good. So we may do something like that.
That's Sippin' and Spillin'. OMG, a newbie. Sippin' and Spillin' is the name of our talk channel where we just, mostly her just does this, which she does well. So that channel should have 100 million subscribers.
You're so mean. You're so mean.
Yeah. Sippin' and Spillin'. Yeah, I guess we don't have it listed in our description there.
I do.
But Cindy Brown has dropped the link there.
That's
so
right.
There you go.
Yeah, Sip and Spillin' is just our behind the scenes talking channel. So, and you know, this week's focus has sort of been, I've had to put a few things, you know, on the back burner, which I was happy to do because my goal is to like find Lillian. We had my amazing neighbors. Like they would like message me and they would be like, okay, I've got some free time right now. I'm gonna go out and scout for an hour. You know, I heard so and so saw her on this side of, you know, this building or whatever, and just kept hunting her down until they finally nabbed her. So amazing. They're incredible the way that they were like, we're not gonna give up, we're gonna find her. And Mike even went out by himself, which honestly surprised me just because he's not like a little dog person, generally speaking.
But I'm a hunter.
But you're a hunter.
It was just hunting, right?
Hunting?
You know, I mean, it's all it was.
I guess, yeah.
It's,
but he was
with
like,
a different end goal, but still hunting, you know.
Yeah. But he went out for a couple hours on his own, and I had gone, you know, by myself back through here and up through there, and then every time on whatever day it was that they the chief of police had called and said like, hey, I've spotted her. We went down there, walked around, looked, no luck. I was playing Tara and I had Roxanne make a video of her just calling Lily just to see if we could get her attention, and put that through the Bluetooth and cranked it and drove around real slow and did all the things. And who knows if any of that worked or did any good, or if we just got lucky and happened to find her. But either way, she's here.
Either way, she's found. That's right.
She's recovering. So we're just trying to get her on the mend, keep her quiet and happy, so we can get her home.
Searched Mike for her for about 3 hours yesterday at the peanut farm. Where's the peanut farm at?
She's like an hour and a half, I think you said, away.
She said she searched for her for about 3 hours yesterday.
Oh, I did not know that.
I did not know that. Oh, Dan and Tim, they in the house?
I can't read.
Somebody's saying hi to them.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. We haven't gotten the answers yet because can't do certain tests because of the blood clot in Tim's lung. Oh. So come back end of the month. So hopefully they
that
can
would be also known as a pulmonary embolism, right?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I'm sorry about that. Well, hopefully he'll get some answers when they are able to do it.
Did you have to go to the vet this morning?
I did take her into the vet today. Yeah.
I don't know that she had to, but she did. It was a good idea.
Yeah, and I asked, Rox about it. Like, I was like, hey, I kind of feel like I should take her to the vet. Are you cool with that? And she was like, yeah, go ahead. So, so and the vet basically said, you're doing everything right. Keep her calm and quiet. Keep trying to feed and hydrate her, and until she gets to the point that, she's stronger and feeling better and wants to do it on her own.
We have no idea what happened in those 4 days. I mean,
we didn't see her at all. Nobody spotted her on Tuesday at all.
You got to understand, guys, it was exceptionally hot. We were under heat advisory the whole time.
Yeah.
This dog weighs like 7 pounds, right?
Oh, I don't even think she weighs that much. She's so tiny.
She's an indoor dog. She doesn't know how to fend for herself and find. I mean, there's water everywhere down here, but if she's used to drinking out of a bowl of water, right? So that had to be a rough 4 days.
But she's strong, and she's a little fighter, and she's chugging right along, trying to do what she's got to do, and
she made it through the night fine.
Yeah.
I think she's doing better today.
I've definitely seen some progress in her.
Yeah.
As the day has gone on, and I'm hopeful that will continue into tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, I just want to see her continue to get better to the point where she can travel.
The vet, I was going to say, the vet did say it's probably not a good idea for her to travel.
Yeah, she was like, because I said to her, I was like, hey, like, do you think that she could handle a car ride now, to Arkansas? And she was like, oh, absolutely not. And I was like, okay, duly noted. She was like, that's a terrible idea. And I was like, I kind of thought so, but I was just making sure that I wasn't being over worried that she was like, you know what I mean? But she was like, oh no.
Yeah, she's the Mississippi Freedom Run champ. That's right.
She is. Oh my gosh.
Hey, folks around here, the neighborhood have renamed her Houdini.
Yeah. Houdini, and they had all kinds of nicknames for her, because she just, every time they would think they almost had her, she would bolt. Yeah. And one kid almost had her the other night. Almost had her. Got real close to her before she bolted and couldn't get her.
Yeah.
So, and you guys have to understand, like, I don't know if y'all realize, and I said this before, is yes, we do have a house. Like, we live in a house, and yes, we have neighbors, but some of our neighbors are a couple miles away. Like, our neighborhood is several miles. So she ran like to our other neighbor, which is 2.5 miles away.
Yeah, she ran a long way.
Like, so
she ran a long ways. I mean, when we were looking for her on Saturday, we were looking in what seemed like a reasonable radius, and we weren't even close.
Well, and we also don't know like when she made it over there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she could have been hiding in a bush over here, and then like we have no idea.
Yeah, I would, you know, here's the thing. You know, a lot of people were making comments the other day about, what if Rox would have stayed? We would have never looked there. Where she was hanging out, we would have never looked there until she was finally spotted and somebody called Sid.
Mhm.
We would have never looked there.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, just to understand everybody was doing the best they could, and nobody should be blamed or
Yeah, we
faulted.
just need like I've said,
Yeah.
when people have said things, you just have to have grace right now. Like,
Yeah.
everybody handles things differently. As well as they should have been, they were all three of them very upset about the situation.
Yeah.
And as many of us feared, I think that we all kind of were like, oh, she's out there, she's so little, she's a snack, she's not going to make it through the night,
Right.
we're not going to see her again.
But and you don't want to think that, but
you don't want
you
to
also have to be realistic.
And so until we had a sighting that next night, it was like,
yeah,
we were like, really?
Yeah.
Like, disbelief. Like, she
Yeah.
made it through the night. Like, everybody was really surprised. So but you have to understand, like I starting to say about this neighborhood being spread out, it's also a lot of woods and a
Yeah.
lot of thickets and a lot of like areas that you can't just, like, people were like, oh, just put out a live trap, oh, just put out a piece of clothing, like where she's in a 4-mile radius was the biggest area that we saw sightings on.
Right.
So
Whew, Skylar.
yeah, she's lighting them up today, homie.
Man,
She is
she's
lighting it up. Yeah.
I don't know what you've been eating.
I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Cindy, I mean, possums, skunks, and raccoons are, as small as they are, even them are dangerous to a dog that small. I mean, everything out there at night is dangerous. We have wild dogs around here.
Stray dogs that are wild.
Stray dogs that have become wild, that are worse than coyotes.
Yeah, and that was honestly our fear, because at one point she was in one section of a neighborhood that's about 3 miles away, and they were like, oh, there's a lot of pits that run through here, and we're like, oh, great. Like, because we saw like 3 people going for evening walks with big sticks, like walking sticks.
Yeah, everybody says I'm blaming the dog for that, but it was really me.
It might have been
No,
him.
trust me, that was. Whew,
Skylar has a very particular scent when she expels. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant. And it's usually audible. That one was silent. So.
Well, I don't know. We were over here talking away.
It could have made a noise and we just didn't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have hawks here, guys. We have eagles here.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, honestly, there's any number of, a snake could have bit her. Like, there's any number of things that could have happened.
Yeah.
That we don't think did. I mean, something definitely happened. She's a little. She's got her bell rung. She's a little, but the vet thinks she just needs some time and.
Yeah, I mean, they did check her out and say that she was not suffering from heat stroke. I do believe she suffered from heat exhaustion, without question.
Yeah. And she was definitely dehydrated.
Oh yeah.
When we got her.
Yeah.
Last night, but thank God I had that. What's
IV.
It's not IV though. It's a sub-Q.
Oh yeah, it's not IV.
Hydration pack. Thank you.
Bag of fluids.
Yeah.
And then it's not an IV, it's a sub-Q, but whatever.
Basically, you just put it under their skin and it makes like a fluid mound under them. It looks like a tumor. But that absorbs into their system and rehydrates them, and they look like they have little camel humps on them. You do half of the dose on that side and half the dose on the other side, and they walk around with their little camel humps. But man, it helped. So
yeah, we need to get a couple more of those and just keep them on hand. Yeah, they last for, I mean, a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
for sure.
And in a pinch, you could use them on a person.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You have been there for 2 years. That's pretty amazing. That neighbor's almost 3 miles away. Even knew you were looking for a small dog. You guys are in a pretty good circle. We are. Um, we really are. And we met some of the neighbors that we'd only talked to like in our neighborhood chat that we hadn't really met because we are kind of all spread out. Um,
Yeah, we actually met them.
we got to meet them this week because of Lillian.
Yeah, I
So
met
thanks, Lillian.
neighbors. I met neighbors because of Lillian that I had never met face to face. So
Is that a
thank you.
grasshopper? When we were first trying to find her, we found a daily vibe with just rocks. And I was playing it through the speaker, or at first not through the speaker. At first I think just out the window on my phone. Um, and then there was a part where Lillian comes in and she's like, "Hi, Lillian. Lillian, is that a grasshopper? Lillian, Lily." And so we were like, we're going to have nightmares about, is that a grasshopper? Because we put it on repeat. I just kept hitting the loop on it, which is why we had her make a separate recording, um, playing it out the window and through the PA, or not the PA, but the Bluetooth thing on the speaker. And so that's why Jen just said, is that a grasshopper? Because it was, when your baby talks to your animals, how you say stuff, and it was just on a loop. We were listening to that.
Gully Texan said he found Bunko twice
Yeah.
looking for Lillian.
Yeah. Bunko's not hard to find. He makes himself very well known, unless he's really well.
He got a little elusive.
He did dip for a bit
last weekend.
Yeah, but he might honestly. Usually if it's quiet enough though, I can call him. He comes right back. But he dipped when it got a little too people-y for him, and then he popped in the evening when things were settled down.
Yeah.
So David Glunt says, my dog got sick and was dehydrated. The vet gave her fluid. When I saw her, she had a big lump on her back from the fluids. 100%. 100%. Yes, we're very blessed, Neil S., to have such great neighbors that they went above and beyond for sure. Because I kept saying, I was like, we tried several times to get close and to catch her, and I was like, we're not going to be able to catch her. Like, I don't know how we're going to get this dog until she's just exhausted, or she ends up eating like cat food on somebody's porch, and they're able to get her while she's eating or something. But Bunko just said no cameras, no show. That's right, Dano. He's like, if you're not filming, I don't want to. The minute I try to film, that cat's trying to be in my face, though. That's 100% true.
Yep.
He does. Yep. Bunko did love that tablecloth when we were setting up in the morning. That's true.
Yeah, the goats had a good time actually with all the people around. I don't know how much they liked the fireworks, but they liked the setup for the fireworks. All the people sitting chairs
all the
up
kids were sitting
along the fence next to the goat pen.
All the kids decided that was a good spot, and they were loving that.
And the goats were like, woohoo! And then the sky started exploding.
And then they were like, but up until then, they had been super quiet. Everybody was commenting, like, even David was like, your goats are so quiet. You have the quietest goats. And I'm like, yeah, they don't have anything to complain about, man. They're just quiet. They're just, like, unless one of them's in heat or birthing or, something's wrong, they're quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dee, that's a very good point. Rox and Ant also have other responsibilities back at the place. They have other animals, and so yeah, there's always a bigger picture than the one that is sometimes painted by people who are quick to judge, right?
Right, 100%. 100%. And it's one of those things where they don't know the area, they don't know the neighbors, they wouldn't have known where to look, or they wouldn't have been able to contact everybody the way we were able to.
Yeah.
So, now the focus is just get her better to the point where we can get her home to Rox. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's my goal now.
California goats. Those California goats. Yeah. I wish we all could be California goats.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh my goodness, Miguel. You're not, see, you get up and you start limping because you don't have your brace on. Mister, I don't need, see, now he's hobbling in there like a 97-year-old man. Good gravy. I can't with him. I can't. Yeah, especially 3 miles away. Yeah. And somebody said at one point they saw her almost all the way to town, which is like, it's like 13 miles all the way to town. So, I mean, she was making the rounds. She was making the rounds. She was looking at a clip. But, who all went into the culvert area? Well, we had the campsite that was kind of down there in the little wooded area that's past the culvert. DD5, Drew and Lindsay, and Rox and Ant were over there. I think that was it in that little area. And so they were going back and forth on the culvert a lot. And then David went down there to, I guess, pick up. There was the 4x4 was down there or something.
For whatever reason, he decided that down there was the best place to load the tractor. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either, because I wouldn't think it would be.
It may have just been. Yeah, I have no idea.
We don't know.
I wasn't down there when he made that call, so we'll probably see in his video that I haven't watched yet that I heard posted right before we went live. But anyway, he decided to load the tractor down there, and in the process of, after loading the tractor, he then decided, well, he also needed to load all of Mike from DD5's stuff on the same trailer, and they were camped down there. And then he went to put the.
Hey, Tim's got your back. He says you need bed rest on that knee. He wants you to be no work life too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of this live and go back to work. I've worked quite a bit today, actually. Bad knee or not. And
that's okay. Tim watches.
I've been out there actually running my own tractor today, Tim. Just saying, you should try that instead of just hiring, a dozer guy to do everything for you.
And then make a video that nobody will ever see. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Or that will never come out 6 months later.
That's right.
Oh, she's been fine with me. Yeah, Lillian's been fine with me. She's not feeling well, like clearly. Like she's not loving life.
Yeah, she's
But I slept with her all night because I did that newborn sleep when you have a newborn and like any little move, you're like, are they still breathing? Are they okay? Because I was just wanting to make sure she was, gonna make it through the night, and she did. Woke me up at 3 a.m. Tried to pee on my pillow. It was fun. It was good
okay,
fun.
Cindy just posted a link, so all you guys can save that link so you can watch it later.
There you go.
Of David Come On Mountain down here in the SIP, trying to load stuff up at the culvert and getting into his own personal battle with the culvert.
That's right. David should bring Chanel for a visit to teach her goats to talk. No, I'm good with my goats not screaming at me every 2 seconds.
Ooh.
David can't get a word in edgewise around his goats. At least my goats are polite. They let you talk.
Have the logistics been worked out for Lillian's return? Not yet, because it's not going to be really anything to work out. I mean,
it'll just be what it is, and
yeah,
we want to like
we just want to make sure that she's
healthy enough to
travel, that she's eating and drinking, and and then there's really not much to work out.
Right.
It'll
be fine, and
there's a couple people around here that said that they might try to meet her halfway to save her on some time and gas, so we can work that out at the last minute whenever she's ready to travel.
The heat and humidity clouded David's judgment. That's the story. He's sticking to it. There you go.
Sid's animal ICU. Yeah.
That's right. That's me. I said I was joking. I was like, I'm Dr. Doolittle. And somebody else said I was her dog mother, like godmother, but dog mother. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I'm like her fairy dog mother. So, yeah.
I've got a headache in my knee today. Yeah. See, right there. And now Tim from Ridge Life just said
he said that a minute ago.
If we bring Lillian to him, he'll take her to her. So, he's only 3 hours from us, 2.5, whatever.
Yeah, because he's always going up towards that area to see Jen anyway. So.
Yeah, so that getting Lillian home is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's just getting her to the point where she can travel. Like, we just want to make sure she's out of the woods. Rox and I have been talking every day, keeping her updated on her status, and I think feels the same way as did the vet, that she needs to hit a certain milestone before we start carting her across the country.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we'll get her there. We'll get her there. She will go home. She just needs. She's in the not hospice. That's the wrong word. She's in
Sue
the hospital.
Wagner. It's not acceptable to be this late to the show. Just kidding. Thanks for joining us.
Admonish him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, her probably Sue. unless it's a boy named Sue.
A boy named Sue.
I mean,
a girl named Sue. Yeah.
My daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much for my mom and me.
That's right. Especially any altitude changes.
Yeah, there's a little bit of altitude change. I mean, not like thousands of feet.
Super drastic, but a little bit.
But
even just like right now, I feel like the jostling in the car would just,
right.
You know, like I was even careful driving her to the vet today, which isn't that far from the house, and I was like, I'm trying to go make the turns really slow, and like I just didn't want to jostle.
Which is something you guys need to understand. Sid doesn't know how to do. Her and turns are interesting.
Corners like it's on rails, baby.
Because it's on rails. It's up on 2 wheels like it's on rails. When she corners, she gets. I mean, we're going down the highway. We're going down the highway, and we all know the turn's coming up. And the turn off the highway isn't a 90-degree turn. It's like a 105-degree turn.
It's a weird turn. Yes.
You're coming back a little bit this way. It's like 105 degrees. Okay, and she starts braking a little on the late side.
That's not true.
And takes the turn a little every time.
That is not true.
Every time.
Listen, Linda, you even said when you took that turn, you were like, oh, I see from this side it's a lot harder because it's a weird turn and there's always somebody on your foot.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never had a problem with that turn.
Well, Frankie said it.
Okay.
You should say it too.
No. Sid likes to take turns hard. Like she likes to take turns fast.
Do not. Listen, all I'm saying is don't drink a cup of hot coffee in the car with me without a lid, because you might die.
That's right.
I have places to be.
Don't drink anything in the car without a lid if Sid's driving.
Yeah.
Ever.
I have things to do. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I'm a very busy lady.
You're in the South. You have to drive like NASCAR. That's not true, man. The reality is more people down here.
Left.
She does. She's always making a left turn.
When I make a wrong turn, it's like it will say, the GPS will say, like it'll say turn right, and I'll be like,
and she'll try to turn left.
And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm turning. This is my turn. And he's like,
no,
the turn is that
that's
way.
your turn.
I always turn left every time. He's like, why do you like to turn left so much?
And yeah, because she wants to be in NASCAR.
But then on the way home, I get to turn left.
Right.
So it's fine.
Right. But more people around here drive slow than fast. Sid's the one passing people.
That's not true.
Especially like when we're going to church.
Our 87-year-old neighbor passed us.
Okay.
Going 80 on the highway.
She's the exception. But most of the time, if I get behind somebody that's like cruising, they're on Mississippi time, I'm just cruising with them.
It depends.
And Sid's like, pass it. Yeah, we gotta pass it. We gotta pass it. Gotta pass all 9 of those cars. And that tractor.
That's not true. There's a couple times when you've been like, please pass this person.
Yeah.
And I don't pass because I know you don't like it. And then when you say please pass, what do I do immediately? I initiate the V8 response system in Truvy, and we go like the wind. And we go.
Oh man.
We fly.
Yeah.
Once Rob finishes our van, we'll be at a meetup. I'll put Sid behind the wheel. Okay. You can watch me turn your van in left circles really fast.
Yeah, David doesn't like to anybody pass him. I don't think you should pass anybody that's doing the speed limit. Like if somebody's doing the speed limit, I don't think you should be allowed to pass them.
I feel like, well, technically, if the flow of traffic is going more than it's the flow of traffic.
Well, okay. First of all, if you're behind somebody and they're going the speed limit, the flow of traffic is now the speed limit. If you're increasing the flow of traffic by passing that person,
behind that person,
they're now all going the speed limit because the person in front sets the speed. If the speed limit is 55 on a 2-lane back road highway, and you see a straightaway, and the guy in front of you is doing 55, and you want to pass them.
Auntie M says that SLR hasn't posted about their live, so she's not sure if they're going live. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know.
If you're driving the speed limit, you do not overtake. Why? That's a very formal wording. Overtake. that the same thing as pass?
I don't even know which comment you're reading right now because
Paul Honeyman.
you say like pieces of
He's
comments. And I get
from the
confused.
motherland across the ocean, so
Across
they
the pond.
across the pond.
The speed limit is just a
That's
suggestion.
a terrible accent. I don't even know what accent I was trying to do.
Really bad at accents.
I'm really bad at accents.
You are really bad at them 100% of the time. And
he's across the pond. I don't know.
you can't
do an English accent. Do an English accent. Go ahead. Go.
He's across the pond. No, that was bad.
Terrible.
I know because you messed me up.
That's terrible.
You'd like a cup of tea? I'd like to have a cup of tea.
It's not a cup. It's a spot of tea.
It's a spot of tea. A cuppa. They call it a cuppa on the midwife show.
Okay. The speed limit is the law, not a bloody suggestion. That's right.
Listen, it's just a guideline, and sometimes
that's not a guideline.
Sometimes we need to color outside the lines. That's all I'm saying. So that's right, a cuppa, exactly. So guys, our time is up. We have come to the close of our.
Yeah, I gotta go take care of some animals for some neighbors that are out of town.
I gotta take care of our animals.
And I gotta go check on a couple hundred head of cattle for Ryan's nephew, who is also out of town with Ryan, and he's got somebody else checking on him. But you know, as far as making sure that their watering system's working right and feed and all that, but he just wants me to run the road, make sure that I don't see a fence down.
as well, Shiloh Acres, so yeah.
Make sure there's no cows in the take a fishing pole. That's such a great idea. You know what? That is the greatest idea I have heard today.
Now we're never gonna finish watching Bridgerton.
I am taking a fishing pole when I go check on the cattle. Okay. Thank you, Dana Picola.
Okay.
That was a brilliant idea.
All right. It was nice knowing you all. See you later, never. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't know. According to Auntie Ann, if SLR is going live tonight, so there's that. But then you've got Empty Homestead at 8:00 and all of that good stuff. Brian from Vineyard Farmhouse is on after that. So you got some stuff to do. I'm gonna go tend to my fur babies and Lillian and get everybody comfy and cozy for the night and settle in for some cuddle time with her and try to get her to eat some more. So I hope you guys all have a blessed rest of your night. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up on your way out if you didn't already, and hit subscribe if you haven't done that yet.
And
if you haven't done, hit subscribe.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, one more thing. I wasn't done talking yet.
Okay.
But go ahead, you say it.
No, you're never done talking. I mean, I wasn't like trying to be. That's what wasn't trying to suggest you were done talking, because that will not likely happen in my lifetime. Safety's off.
You're so loud.